Masters of Evil make their way into Marvel Strike Force, and pay attention, there's more events on the way. We'll cover this and more in the UK's #1 Marvel Strike Force podcast, the MSF Pod. Greetings, Commanders. Welcome to episode 96 of the UK's #1 podcast on Marvel Strike Force, the MSF Pod. This podcast covers everything that's happening in the world of Marvel Strike Force, which is a mobile hero collector game available wherever you play mobile games. We are the lads from 4Play Gaming. Check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/4playuk. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and tell all of your Alliance mates about us if you enjoy this podcast, and a massive thank you to you for your support. Introducing the crew today, well, we've got me. My name's Luke, and I'm your guide in today's blog post and all sorts of other good things. Diggs will be back next week, hopefully. Red stars, upgrades, and all that good stuff. I haven't really had anything exciting to report. In regards to pools and stuff like that, there's a Captain Carter offer in the store at the moment. I'm recording this on Sunday afternoon in the UK. So the Captain Carter offer in the store for 5 million gold. That gives you 50 shards of Captain Carter and 20 million woman at a time milestone points. I'm probably going to pick that up. I think that's probably a pretty decent deal, and it will advance me fairly far in those milestones. So yeah, this gold spend event has been an absolute nightmare for me. I've had really bad pulls. I mean, fortunately, before that there was an event where you had to spend cores, and I was spending cores like crazy, just trying to, on her orbs, trying to get ahead, because I had a feeling that this gold orb spending event was going to be a problem. And I literally unlocked her today, so happy days. So yeah, I'm going to get those extra 50 shards, try and push for a 5-star Carter, hopefully, and go from there. I haven't built the team, really. I'm slowly building them, and yeah, more to report on that team later on. So yeah, like I say about this gold spending event for Captain Carter, I don't think it's any good. I don't think it's the world-class experience that they promised the players. And I think they can do better, to be honest. Pairing that as well with the US agent Harry Kane in the Captain America costume event. Again, I literally unlocked him today. So where are we? It's the 22nd of January, and I've only just unlocked that character. So yeah, I'm not super pleased with that event either, to be perfectly honest. But what can you do? With regards to Cosmic Crucible this week, I've had to pay a little bit more attention, and got 3 wins this week in that. So I literally got promoted back into platinum, and away we go. Do not forget that the rooms have changed now, so go in and set your defenses ready for the new Cosmic Crucible season. There are some interesting combos that you can go through there, and what I'll do is I will discuss that with Diggs next week, and we can look into Cosmic Crucible rooms and what he's put in his rooms and what I've put in mine, and we can compare notes. So I hope you're looking forward to that. Hope everyone's also still playing Marvel Snap and enjoying it. I think there's some interesting characters that we're going to cover in the blog post today. They might have something to do with why they selected those characters. Maybe the devs over at Scopely are playing Marvel Snap, because there are a couple of characters that I personally hadn't heard of until I started playing Marvel Snap. They're actually good characters. So yeah, might be worth looking into. But we'll go into that in a minute when we go through the blog post. So with that being said, let's read through this week's blog post. And it's all focused around the Masters of Evil, which coincidentally is also the title above the door to Scopely's boardroom. So let's get into it. So this week's weekly blog, Masters of Evil, from January 19th, 2023. It says, "Greetings, Commanders, Masters of Evil." Like I say, Scopely's code name. They say it takes over 10,000 hours of practice to master a skill. Today we're meeting 3 individuals who, along with their teammates, have mastered the art of being bad. Laughing maniacally and preparing for a reign of terror are the Masters of Evil. This team will consist of the Dark Dimension Terror Ultron and newcomers Titania, Absorbing Man, Moonstone, and Kang the Conqueror. Easy for you to say. They're putting aside their world domination aspirations in favour of dominating Cosmic Crucible. So those of you that enjoy Cosmic Crucible, this is the new team that is going to be essential if you want to do well in that game mode. So Cosmic Crucible is a pretty good source of those T2 ions, T2 level 4 ions. You just have to pay attention to it if you want to consistently get T2 level 4 ions. So yeah, but anyway, moving on. The Masters of Evil will also be required trait for a future legendary character event. So be on the lookout for more information on this in the future. So it's good that they are still, well, that they are going to go back to maybe the old style legendary character events. It's good for us because we do videos on it, but obviously it's been a year and a bit doing this big old apocalypse thing. So I'm looking forward to seeing this road ahead blog post, which should hopefully be fairly soon in theory. So in theory, we've got like a new direction for the game. Obviously, we've had this long, arduous, journey to apocalypse. Once that's over, are we going to go back to what it was like, having to farm a specific team to 5 stars for whatever legendary that is next, or have they got something else planned? So that's why I want to see this road ahead blog post. I think it's just interesting to see where the game's going to go after this big event, or are they going to take us from one treadmill and put us onto another one for another big bad? I mean, like Galactus or some other massive bad guy. I can't think of one straight away off the top of my head. Okay, so it says Titania will be dropping into battle soon. So today we'll be covering the other 3 Masters of Evil, starting off with Absorbing Man. I won't go into his lore, but like I say, this is one of the characters that I know from Marvel Snap. I'd never heard of him before. I don't know if he's been in any of the cartoons or any of the any sort of major Marvel publication, but yeah, like I said, I didn't know him until Marvel Snap. So yeah. Okay, so Absorbing Man is a protector for Masters of Evil, and he's fortified with high armor and resistance stats. His MO is absorbing enemy attacks and clearing status effects. He gains Taunt on spawn in all game modes, making him a powerful asset for any team, and bolsters himself by copying and clearing a positive effect from his attacker. Absorbing Man also helps his partner in crime, Titania, when they're allies by granting counter in Cosmic Crucible. Now, normally things would do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run through it as best I can and try not to botch it. So his traits are Villain, Global, Mystic, Protector, Masters of Evil. His passive, Hardened Criminal. So on spawn, gain Taunt and 3 deflect. And on Crucible Offense, which is this whole team's primary thing, on Crucible Offense, apply 4 counter to a random Titania ally. When this character is attacked, copy and clear 1 positive effect, excluding stealth and taunt from the attacker to self, plus gain 1 defense up to a maximum of 3. In Crucible, on block, heal for 5% of this character's max health. When this character drops below 50% health, if this character has taunt, fill speed bar by 30% and then clear taunt. Gain 20% armor and resistance per defense up on this character. And then in Crucible, gain plus 50% resistance. And in Crucible, Masters of Evil allies gain plus 50% resistance. Pretty cool passive there. On Crucible Offense, you have 4 counters, gain Taunt and 3 deflects on spawn. That is so annoying. He's going to be so hard to get through. And yeah, I mean, a pre-taunting tank is a great, addition to the game. You'll probably see Red Guardian in a lot of hybrid teams and stuff. It's good to have an updated version. So yeah, I'm excited to see him in the game. All right, let's cover his basic. Brick Bash. Attack primary target for 360% damage and copy and clear 2 positive effects, excluding stealth and taunt, from the primary target to self. And if the primary target has vulnerable, gain 2+ deflect up to a maximum of 5. There's another set of deflects. That's nuts. Okay, his ISO 8 counterattack assists. Oh, I like that they've added this. Attack primary target for 230 damage and 17% piercing, and copy and clear 2 positive effects, excluding stealth and taunt, from the primary target to self. And if the primary target has vulnerable, gain +2 deflect up to a max of 5. Oh man, this guy's gonna be a pain in the backside. His special, he came in like a wrecking ball. Energy cost 4/4. Copy and clear all negative effects from Masters of Evil allies to self. Flip all negative effects to positive effects on self. Oh wow, that's nuts. Apply offense down for 2 turns to the primary target. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 400% damage. Clear taunt from all allies. And gain taunt in Crucible. Gain taunt for 2 turns instead. That is a good special for 4/4. Crikey. Flip all negative effects to positive effects on self. That's, yep, we like that. And his ultimate, Diamond in the Rough. Good song by Airborne from memory. Anyway, Energy cost 5/5. Clear all negative effects from self. Brilliant, great. In the Crucible, heal self for 40% of this character's max health and attack primary target for 500% damage and clear all positive effects. In Crucible, apply deflect and immunity to self and all Masters of Evil allies. I mean, as if that couldn't get any better. That's a decent ultimate as well. 5/5. Yeah, these guys are going to be pretty decent. I mean, you're going to have to build them anyway, but it feels bad when you build a team that's trash. This team does not look trash so far. Okay, next up, surprisingly, is Kang the Conqueror, who is, from what I understand, the next like big bad in the MCU, and is a pretty massive deal. I know Diggs knows a lot about the guy. I know nothing about him, just what I've seen in the Loki show, and he's going to be in Quantum Mania as well. He's like the main big bad in that, so I'm excited to see that. So yeah, I'm pretty keen on his lore, so I'm going to read through that as well. So, Kang the Conqueror. Nathaniel Richards was born in the 40th century of an alternative timeline where Earth never entered the Dark Ages. Gifted with genius intellect, Nathaniel studied robotics and cross-dimensional recordings from Earth 616, which is mainstream Earth, apparently, before discovering time travel technology that had been left behind by his dimension-hopping ancestor. Bored with the peace of this planet, Kang used his ancestors' records and technology to become an overlord of the space-time continuum. Armed with his centuries' technology that gave him the equivalent of superhuman abilities, he took the name of Kang the Conqueror and set out to tame time and space. Kang's frequent time traveling created countless versions of himself, some of whom became heroes and attempted to eliminate the original Kang, the OG Kang. This powerful villain has squared off against the Fantastic Four, Avengers, and even Doctor Doom while attempting to rule over Earth 616. That's pretty cool. Kang the Conqueror is a blaster, and on top of his big damage to aid his attacks, he has great speed stats. He bends time to his will by manipulating the speed bar of both his allies and enemies, including an on-spawn speed up for 2 turns to himself and Masters of Evil allies. Kang also takes chance out of the equation by allowing his Masters of Evil's allies to reach 100% crit chance. And while he's powerful in Cosmic Crucible in general, Kang the Conqueror is especially potent on offense. Right, okay, I'm excited to read this kit. If there's multiple versions of Kang, I mean, I was really surprised, like I say, that he's not going to be like a Dark Dimension boss or like the next sort of, like I was talking about earlier, like the next treadmill that we get put on. So maybe we're going to have different Kangs. That'd be pretty sweet, like different alternate timeline Kangs or something. Like you could have like a team of Kangs. That'd be pretty cool. But we'll have to see, I guess. I wonder what big bads we're going to have to go after and what legendary, this team's going to unlock. But anyway, let's get into his kit. Okay, so his traits are Villain, Cosmic, Tech, Blaster, Masters of Evil. And let's hit this ultimate. Let's hit his passive. Okay, passive, Time Warlord. So on turn, attack all enemies for 30% piercing. This attack ignores defense up. In Crucible, clear speed up on all enemies, gain 20% crit chance for self and all Masters of Evil allies, gain 20% crit damage, and Masters of Evil allies gain 10% crit damage. In Crucible, gain 20% crit chance and 10% crit damage for self for any Masters of Evil ally with offense up. On Crucible offense, on spawn, apply speed up for 2 turns to self and all Masters of Evil allies. When an enemy gains speed up, fill the speed bar for this character by 10%. That's crazy. Gain an additional 20% crit chance for self and all Masters of Evil allies, and gain an additional 10% crit damage for self and all Masters of Evil allies. Okay, so his basic Temporal Blow. Attack primary target for 360% piercing. If the target is vulnerable, fill this character's speed bar by 20%. This attack ignores defense up and cannot be counterattacked. Lovely. And his isolate counterattack / assists are attack primary for 234% piercing. If the target is vulnerable, fill this character's speed bar by 20%. This attack ignores defense up and cannot be counterattacked. Special, foreseeable strikes, energy cost 4/4, and on Crucible offense, clear all barrier on primary and adjacent targets. Oh wow, good luck. Good luck, Darkhold, I guess. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 420% piercing. Gain 1 evade per crit. Wow. And in Crucible, apply slow for 2 turns to primary and adjacent targets. So you've got to be careful where you do that. And apply 2 offense up to self and all Masters of Evil allies. And this attack ignores defense up. Okay, and its ultimate, which is called Time's Up. The energy cost is 5/6, and on Crucible offense, clear all barrier and all death proof on all enemies. Attack all enemies for 300% piercing and clear 3 positive effects. And this attack ignores defense up. Characters killed by this attack cannot be revived. In Crucible, reduce speed bar by 10% for all enemies. Apply 2 speed up for self and all Masters of Evil allies. And this attack is unavoidable and cannot be blocked. Okay, so Kang's gonna be pretty decent. Any time any character controls speed, they're always a good character to have, and pretty timeless. So yeah, looking forward to seeing that. Okay, and next up we've got Moonstone that is coming to the Masters of Evil team. Moonstone is a controller, and her powerful kit is bolstered with high focus and speed stats. More speed, great. This Master Manipulator has 2 abilities that stun enemies, applies trauma in Cosmic Crucible, and her ultimate ability, Phasing Punishment, lowers enemy speed bar. Moonstone also gives her Masters of Evil allies a boost in Cosmic Crucible in the form of additional focus. So her traits, Villain Global Bio Controller Masters of Evil. And her passive is called Meteorite. So on turn, if this character has at least 1 ally, gain +1 evade to a maximum of 3. If this character has 1 or more Masters of Evil ally, heal for 10% of this character's max health. 2 or more Masters of Evil applies barrier to self and 10%. Barrier self for 10% of this character's max health. And if this character has 3 or more Masters of Evil ally, which you will do, clear 1 positive effect from the enemy with the least resistance. That's pretty cool. If this character has 4 or more Masters of Evil allies, which you probably will do, transfer 1 negative effect, excluding ability block and stun from self to the enemy with the least resistance. And then in Crucible, they're going to gain an additional 50% focus and an additional 100% focus on offense. So you're going to want to be attacking with these guys every time. And let's have a look at her moves. So her basic, Spiteful Strike, attack primary target for 300% damage and apply defense down for 2 turns. Pretty good. If this target is vulnerable, gain 1 ability energy. That's good. So ISO 8 counterattack assists. Attack primary target for 225 damage, 17% piercing, defense down for 2 turns. And yeah, again, that target is vulnerable, gain an ability energy. Nice. A special Dark Whispers is a 5/5. Reduces speed bar of the enemy with the highest damage, excluding the primary target, by 20%. Reduce speed bar of the enemy with the highest damage, excluding the primary target, by 20%. Mind control that enemy to attack the primary target. Oh, I love a mind control. Attack primary target for 400% damage and apply defense down and stun. Nice. And then in Crucible, apply disrupted and trauma to the primary target. These guys are going to be such a good team in Cosmic Crucible. And their ultimate, Phasing Punishment. So energy cost is 5/5. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 250% damage. Apply 2 defense down up to a maximum of 3. Okay, that's fairly bare bones for like regular play. But in Crucible, apply stun to the primary target and reduce speed bar to the primary and adjacent targets for 20%. Man, this team is going to just out of the gates just absolutely steamroll you with speed. You're not going to, you know, like I don't know how you're going to counter this on defense because they're going to be so quick. So yeah, they're just going to blow through whatever room whatever room they want by the look of it. That's crazy. In summary, I guess, I mean, you're going to have to build them anyway because they're needed Master of Evil and needed for a legendary character in the future. But yeah, if you want to get ahead, like I say, if you want those T2, if you want those regular, consistent T2 level 4 ions, you're going to have to build this team. Like I say, disappointed about Kang the Conqueror not being like a legendary, but we will take it. And maybe they're going to do something even cooler in the future. Okay, so moving on, the Super Patriot events. So Symbiote Sabotage. Bond with Monster Rewards on January 25th with the upcoming Symbiote Sabotage event. Get your tendrils on Agent Venom, character shards, Super Patriot progress, and other resources to inject into the roster with this limited time event. You can earn up to 180 Agent Venom character shards during Symbiote Sabotage, so don't miss a day and maximize this Rebirth Blaster's firepower. So Agent Venom's finally, getting his event. That's exciting. Let's see how we unlock him. Lock and load points towards this 7-day milestone by battling an alliance war, spending power cores, and from limited time symbiote sample currency. Symbiote samples can be collected from the Sim Soldier Web milestone rewards and from free daily web claims that will appear on the website throughout the event. Rewards up for grabs include Agent Venom character shards, which is what we want, Walker's Shield and Justice medals. Yep, 5 Red Star Winter Soldier. That's cool. I'm pretty sure I've got one of those, but that's fine with me. Elite 6 credits. Everyone likes those. And gold promo credits. So let's see. So Walker's Shield, which is the event Dubry that you need, is at 83,000 points. So, oh man, you're going to want to get your war attacks in. 1,000 points for a war attack, and you got 15 points for spending power. Well, 15 points per power core, I assume. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, they're really going for our resources at the moment. Okay, anyway, so next up we've got the Sim Soldier Web milestones. So earn Blitz credits to hit milestones that reward prizes that can be claimed on our website. Symbiote samples, T3 and T4 ability materials, and blue, purple, orange, and teal gear orb fragments. So earn 1 Blitz credit for 5 points, and then earn 1 Web UPC for 1 point. Okay, so Explosive Offense featuring Unlimited X-Men. Flex your X gene on January 27th for Explosive Offense, which is the next quick rumble. So Unlimited X-Men, blitzing with them, good times. The majority of you guys listening have probably got a fairly big Unlimited X-Men team. So, yep, loads of points if you've got a high star level Unlimited team. So that's good. All right, next up, Famine is coming back. So whet your appetite for Rogue character shards on January 23rd at 1 p.m. with the return of the Famine Scourge event. Don't miss your chance to recruit or add another star to this Famine Horseman. So that's good. So that's A-Force and Young Avengers and or Inhumans to get through that. So I think I only need 10 more Rogue shards. So that's good. I'll go straight into that Champions bracket. And the newer people that have just, got the opportunity to do that will hopefully place higher. So that's good. We like that. Next up, we've got the Lunar Festival. Harness the luck and good fortune of New Year on January 26th with the upcoming Lunar Festival event. Enchant your roster with costumes, character shards, red stars, and more. So spend campaign energy and earn alliance credits to earn points towards a 7-day milestone that rewards a 5 red Wong, costume bits to purchase Jubilee's Year of the Tiger costume, Wong, Shang-Chi, and Colin Wing character shards, dark and silver promo credits, and all of your catalyst parts. So that's good. Spend campaign energy. That's nice. And there's also a leaderboard for it as well. So rack up as many points as possible to climb the ranks of this leaderboard that rewards T2 level 5 irons. Interesting. So, yeah, I mean, the majority of players are probably going to be in this lower percentage, I'd imagine. But yeah, that's cool. Okay, next up, we're focusing on the event store. So by spending campaign energy, you will earn a limited time currency event, red envelopes. Head to the limited time event store to spend red envelopes on any of the following items: teal unique gear pieces, Young Avenger, A-Force, and Inhuman character shards, T3 and T2 ability materials, and more. That's cool. There's so many currencies and things, like you've really got to keep your head on the ball with this game. It's crazy. Okay, next up, we've got Mojo's Mayhem Season 28. So Mojo's Mayhem's coming back. Season 28 will be 2 weeks long, but just like the holiday pass, the ratings have been adjusted to allow you to earn the same rewards during this shorter time period. Featured character shards for Season 28 will be Nakia. Oh, cool. So don't miss out on Real-Time Arena in exchange for this War Dog Spy Shards. So that's quite cool. That will run this will run alongside your blitzes. So if you guys don't like doing the old Mojo's Mayhem and RTA and all that, then you don't have to. Just do what you can and you'll get there, no problem. And then Free Claim Friday was 7,000 Justice medals, which will help you towards the Super Patriot event. One thing that is a bit of a shame, Chromebooks will no longer be supported for whatever reason with Marvel Strike Force. So I hope there's no one I hope this is going to stitch nobody up, It'd be a shame to lose players because of this unusual move. I don't know why, but you know, like I say, their game. We're just it's their world. We're just living in it, I guess. And then the weekly events start date January 23rd. Agent Coulson's character shards. So the Tahiti Blitz. So get blitzing, you nerds. Saw my blitzing homies. Good luck and have fun. We've also got double XP throttle, which is interesting. It seems like they're trying to bring all of the sort of lower end players up, you know, quicker, because I think this is the second week of double XP. So that's cool. The Unlimited X-Men Blitz is January 27th. We've got Back to Boot Camp coming in next weekend and Block Party as well. So that's good. I mean, who doesn't need more training modules? I really, really hope at some point they add another couple of levels to this or increase the number of training materials, because I know a lot of the community need those. So, yeah. And it says also, yeah, that's it. Good luck, Commanders. So, all in all, pretty decent blog post. I'm excited about this Masters of Evil team. Yeah, Kang looks great. All the character models look pretty cool. Yeah, I'm excited about it. So yeah, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. And like I say, it's a solo one this week, so I hope you guys have tolerated my voice and hope you had a good time anyway. All right, guys, please remember to rate and review this podcast however you consume it, and please do not forget to follow or subscribe. Remember, all roads lead to youtube.com/4playuk. If you want to ask us a question for next week, drop it down in the YouTube comments. There is a link in the description if you're listening on a podcast service. Thanks a lot for checking us out, and we'll catch you next week. And good luck, Commanders. Boom.